You ever blow your nose, look at the tissue and think, wait, should I be concerned? Turns out your snot is basically a health warning system, and today we're decoding it. From neon green goo to the dreaded thick sticky gunk that clogs your nose like a wet cement, today we're diving into what your mucus is secretly trying to tell you about your health. And yeah, it's about to get a little gross, but trust me, you'll definitely want to know this. Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Jordan Wagner here, board certified emergency medicine physician and co-founder of Life Happns. We make fast-acting health supplements for everyday issues like occasional stress, better sleep, and even on days you need a little help in the party department. Because let's face it, life happens fast and your body has to keep up. But today we're talking about something we all deal with, but no one ever really thinks about: snot. Yep, that sticky, slimy, sometimes obnoxious goo your body is constantly making. Believe it or not, your body produces about 1.5 quarts of mucus every single day. That's enough to fill a large soda bottle. Disgusting, I know. But before you start gagging at the mere talk of it, just know that mucus is actually your body's built-in defense system. It protects your nose, lungs, and throat from dirt, bacteria, and viruses while keeping everything moist and working properly. And depending on its color, thickness, and amount, it can be giving you major clues about what's happening inside your body and if you need to take a little trip to the hospital to get checked out. Number 1, it's clear and runny. If your nose is dripping but the snot is completely clear, congratulations! Your body is doing its job. This type of mucus is mostly water with a little bit of protein, antibodies, and salt. It's your nose's way of flushing out irritants, keeping everything clean and lubricated. But that being said, if your nose is basically a non-stop waterfall of clear mucus, there are a few reasons this could be happening. It could be allergies, cold weather, or even the early stages of a cold or virus trying to take over. And fun fact, crying can also make your nose run because tears drain into your nose and mix with mucus. If your nose just won't stop running, especially with sneezing and itching, no real cause for concern, but try loading up on vitamin C and other cold-busting vitamins to help strengthen your immune system. What if your snot is white and sticky? When your mucus turns white and gets a little sticky, that's your body's way of waving a tiny flag saying, hey, help, I need water. When your body doesn't have enough fluid, mucus gets thicker and more sluggish, making it harder for your nose to clear things out. So generally, white mucus is a sign of mild dehydration. However, it can also mean that your immune system is getting geared up for battle and your mucus is getting dense to trap germs. Either way, drinking more water can help thin it out. So stay on top of your hydration levels. Yellow, the battle has begun. That's because when your snot turns yellow, it means your body is actively fighting off an infection. White blood cells rush to the scene, battle the invaders, and then get flushed out through your mucus, giving it a lovely yellow tint. Most of the time, this just means you've got a cold or some sinus congestion brewing. Your immune system is doing its thing, so all you really need is rest, hydration, and maybe some tissues because, yeah, things might get messy. But if that yellow mucus sticks around for more than a week and you're feeling worse instead of better, your body might be struggling to fully kick the infection. And if your sleep is suffering because you're up all night coughing, this is where, along with mild over-the-counter decongestants, Do Not Disturb from my company Life Happns could also help out. It's a melatonin-free sleep aid with a triple blend of bioavailable magnesium, which means it absorbs better in the body along with passion flower extract to help get you the deep, uninterrupted rest your body desperately needs to recover. You can find Do Not Disturb at lifehappens.com or on Amazon. Number 4, green. That means you got an infection on the loose.
What the hell is that thing?
Green mucus means your body is deep in the trenches of battle mode. The green color comes from a higher turnover of white blood cells and enzymes that are actively fighting off an infection. If it's been more than 10 days and you're still blowing out green sludge, or if you got a fever, facial pain, it's time to call a doctor. You could need antibiotics if it's bacterial, or even a chest x-ray if you're having trouble breathing. And here's the thing, you need to keep blowing your nose. When mucus sits too long, it can thicken, clog your sinuses, and even drip down into your chest, leading to bronchitis or pneumonia if bacteria start spreading. That's why it's important to keep things moving, whether it's with a good nose blow, a saline rinse, or a hot shower to loosen things up. So yeah, don't just let the mucus sit there. Believe me, your lungs will thank you later. Red or bloody nose. This is where a lot of people start to panic. So a little bit of blood usually just means your nasal passages are dry, irritated, or you've been blowing your nose a lot. Dry air, cold weather, and indoor heating can dry out your nasal passages, making them more likely to crack and bleed. That's the typical situation, but big but here, if you're getting full-on nosebleeds out of nowhere, or if there's a lot of blood, it could be a sign of high blood pressure or a clotting issue. If it keeps happening, definitely get it checked out. Brown or black. Wait, what? If your snot is coming out brown or black in color, that's a very telling sign you've been breathing in something your body is trying to get rid of. This often happens to smokers, people who live in polluted areas, or someone who's recently inhaled a lot of dust or smoke. That being said, if you haven't been around smoke or pollution or been off-roading recently and your snot is still dark colored, it could be a rare fungal infection, which is something you don't want to ignore. If the dark tinted snot persists, a trip to the doctor is a very good idea. The stubborn, never-ending mucus. If your snot has gone from annoying to straight up unmovable and your nose feels like it's been cemented shut for days, you could be dealing with a sinus infection that won't clear on its own. When mucus gets extra thick, discolored, and refuses to drain, it creates the perfect breeding ground for bacteria. If this is paired with facial pressure, sinus pain, or even bad breath, it's a sign that your sinuses might be fully clogged and inflamed. Most viral infections will run their course in about a week or two, but if your congestion keeps getting worse, sticks around past 10 to 14 days, or comes with a fever, it's time to check in with a doctor. So how to keep your nose happy and snot-free? There are a few simple things that you can do. Staying hydrated is key because water keeps mucus thin and moving. Using a humidifier helps prevent dryness, and saline sprays can also flush out allergens and irritants, keeping your nasal passages clear. And if you're constantly blowing your nose, make sure you're using soft, lotion-infused tissues to avoid turning your nostrils into a red, raw, peeling mess. The skin around your nose is delicate, and frequent rubbing can lead to further irritation, cracking, and even small cuts or bloody noses that make congestion feel even worse. Of course, if you're constantly stuffed up, sneezing, or struggling to breathe and nothing seems to help, it might be time to see an ENT or an allergist to get to the root of the problem. So there you have it, what your snot is secretly trying to tell you about your health. I'm curious about what's the weirdest color snot you've ever had. And if occasional stress or lack of sleep is messing with your immune system, check out Chillax or Do Not Disturb from my company Life Happens. Chillax helps calm racing thoughts when life gets overwhelming, and Do Not Disturb is a melatonin-free sleep aid to help you get the rest your body desperately wants. You can find both on lifehappens.com or on Amazon. If you found this video helpful, please binge watch this playlist right here, smack that subscribe button, and hit the like button for me. That way you know every time we post a new health video. Thanks for watching and stay healthy, my friends.